The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Hump day!
Hump day!
Halloween Eve, spooky season. You're looking live. A very cloudy, very Halloween-looking sky out there. Very windy. Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco. Fall is just not going to do it. It's 82 degrees. The high is 86. The low is 72.
We're close to November 1st.
We are.
I mean, like we're just like the fall's never gonna happen.
Unbelievable.
He is Shannon. That is Nate. This is Kurt 3 Pumps Daniels. In the back, we got Chris Bean keeping us live and local. I am Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together, we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille people. Fees.
Yes.
When we speak.
Brought to you each and every day by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Can't mess with the sponsors.
Nope.
Need that money.
There we go. Need all we can get.
Yeah, we need that.
Every $10 helps. How are we? Mentals and Dentals, Wednesday. Good? Kurt?
Good.
How are you?
Good.
Yeah?
Glad to see you guys.
Good seeing you. Nate, you good?
I got a problem.
Uh-oh. Wait first. Jesse, how are you?
No, he got a problem. Let's go
straight in. All right.
That's my boy. He said, wait.
Wait.
Your
Might be a
challenge is
minute.
wait. That's why I got a problem.
Look, no, we got you. Let's go right to you.
No, my problem is with this Atlanta team, but yeah,
We'll get to you in a minute. I got a problem, too. Apparently, I'm the only 50-plus-year-old that's under 5'10", because apparently, according to Nate, we just don't exist after 50.
No. For the first time,
I'm walking down the hall and he goes, "What's up, little guy? Come on down here, little guy."
Jesse, do
Right
you
next to the
agree with what I
tours.
said?
Yeah, through the tour.
I'm like Jesse. Yesterday, I was Jesse. Look at, he's got to be. I mean, you ain't got an ounce of fat on you.
No.
You gristled up. You tough. You leather wing tough. I mean,
I heard the other day that my physique is called tight skin. Have y'all heard that?
nah.
Tight skin.
Today it's
Is that a good thing or bad?
Hey, so you the
Lucky it wasn't foreskin.
I know, right?
Choose your
Be
skins
just
wisely.
drooping off of
You know what I'm
me,
saying?
like-
Choose your skins wisely.
Don't
you
know
what
what
I mean?
direction to go.
Listen, choose your skins wisely. You know what I'm saying?
Just heading south all the time.
Hanging with the boys because it's going to a whole different meaning. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
oh my god!
If legal is
Can we get
listening,
this
we are so
started?
sorry.
Evidently,
sorry,
Jesse
legals.
Mentals
Sorry,
and Dentals are
sorry,
pretty
sorry, legal
much
team.
in place.
Who is the legal department?
What's her name?
now?
It's a lady, right? What's her name? She watches this show.
Kalisha.
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 Shout out to Kalisha.
Shout out
She
to
watches the
Kalisha.
show.
Shout out to Kalisha. Thank you for not calling us any of us down to your office.
Yeah.
How you pronounce that name?
Kalisha.
Kalisha. Who else are
I
our
don't want to mess that up.
Who are our avid listeners in the building? Kalisha, Kay,
Shout out to K.
Big Rob.
Big Rob.
Big Rob.
Big, you need Big
Control
Rob.
money.
dancing when he
Big
is.
Rob. Big Rob, cut them checks,
Big
baby.
Rob.
Big Rob, we love you, man. We love you on this show, Big Rob. This is this the double dipping check cutting show. Look,
Big Rob.
Big Rob, we love you. Hey, Big Rob, we love you. Yeah.
Who else we got? Scott Purcell.
Yeah, Scott. Scott
yeah.
listens religiously, man.
Scotty.
Derek listens every once in a while.
He has no other choice.
He's
I
got a
just
choice.
got word that we still got crazy numbers on our YouTube. Just off.
Josh, let us know how many extra shows we got put up. So we can.
Does Derek listen
telling-
because he enjoys listening to our show, or does Derek listen trying to
So he don't get
trying to make
blindsided?
sure he doesn't get blindsided from a call from HR? Nah.
They say you won't believe what they said
Yeah,
today.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, better go listen.
Yeah, I better go listen.
Did you ever get a
you, man.
Who else?
YouTube. We own YouTube.
We own YouTube.
We own YouTube.
Who
As
else?
the young kids say, we outside.
Yeah.
Who
Say
else
what
is
now?
an
Young
avid
kids say,
listener?
we outside. That means we up. That means we doing well.
If you listen to the show and
Wow.
you're in the building, text me and say, "Hey, I'm an avid listener too," because we want to shout you out.
Yes.
Because we are not only the people show.
Text you. They
We are
all got your number.
The employee show.
We are the employee show, especially the employees that can get us fired. We really love you guys.
And if you don't have my number, text Chris, and then Chris can.
Text
Text
Kurt.
It's always that fourth and long.
Why
Yes.
you put me fourth and long? Why you put me?
Troll him. Go troll
Yeah.
him. Go
It's
follow him.
always
Go
that
follow
fourth and
him.
long. Follow him. He enjoys it.
Some dude told me this morning. He told me another show. He told me, "Yeah, I don't listen to that show because I don't really too care much for Jesse Holly." I said, "Dang, brother,
For real?
Yeah." I was like, "Listen, I'm not for everybody. No, I'm not. I'm not for everybody. But I gave him a list of guys. If you want, if it's not me, there's a bunch of people that I recommend you go listen to.
There's a lot of other shows too. We are not. We are not. The
Don't
whole
listen to Skip Bayless.
we are not for everybody,
We are not for everybody.
and that's okay.
Go listen
That's
to
that's totally fine.
Turn
We
it
don't-
off.
Go listen to Shay Shay.
My Michelle.
All right, so we wasted half the first segment. So
That's what we do.
do we want to talk about football?
Yeah.
Take a guess. Take a guess. You may be shocked.
I'm guessing.
What would you guess? Kurt, we'll start with you. What would you guess the over/under for the Cowboys Atlanta game is this weekend?
Over under.
The over/under.
I'd say maybe 45.
45. Okay. Jesse, what would you guess?
I'm gonna Price is Right, my boy. 44.
44. What would you guess total point score between the two teams?
So you saying
wouldn't
Atlanta
be a
going to score
Price is Right,
45
by the way.
points?
No.
What did I say?
Combined.
Total combined.
What did I say? Family Feud? What
You
did I-
said 44.
44, that wouldn't
You
be
said Price
Price
is
is
Right.
Right, but that wouldn't be Price is
I gotta
Right.
go over?
You got to go over them because
Well, I'll go over then. 46.
46. That would be
46.
now. That would be Price is Right.
Thank you. for
Combined point score both teams.
Okay. Because I remember that Michael Jordan used to score like 60 points, and another dude scored 2, and he said, we scored. So,
Yeah, 62. Yeah. It's both teams combined.
so I'm going
could-
by. So
Atlanta
you
could-
said Atlanta going to score
40.
38 points. So I'm going with Jesse.
All right, Chris, what would you think?
I'm going to go, I don't know, 49.
52.
I was close.
That's crazy to me.
It's going to be an offensive
Because
game.
they.
You think so?
Yes, it is.
You
Yes,
think they're going to be able to move the ball? I ain't worried about their offense. I'm worried about our offense.
Let me tell you.
We're going to
Go watch the
That
film.
means
gonna break it
the
down.
Cowboys
Go
are going
watch
to
the
have to
film.
kick 8 field goals to make this happen.
Will it be off of jury duty?
I don't know. That's a good question. Is he on this week? Have we heard?
Curse?
Is there an update?
Help us out,
I
Chris.
think he's
Is he
still on there.
Oh, but I don't think
I
they
can
have
go
it on
peek
Sunday.
outside.
Still practicing at night?
Yeah.
52.
I can
That's
see all
just-
these people after they get out of the jury. Can we get a picture with you? Oh man,
You know what?
They
I'm
may
the
not
leadest-
recognize him.
You're the leading scorer for
There's
Dallas.
zero chance anybody on that jury knew
No,
until
no.
it came out in the
Right.
news.
Yeah.
Zero
I'm
chance.
telling you, they know him now.
Yeah, now they do. But when he walked in there, he was just he was
I can see the judge
He
with
was
a big
as
cap.
white as the whitest guy that walked into that courtroom for his doing his civic duty.
What county was he in? College?
Tarrant.
Tarrant.
I
okay,
bet
yeah.
you 95% of our fans wouldn't know him if he was like in the restaurant with. I don't even know if I would know what he
I'm
looks
not
like.
sure I
Yeah.
would.
They should do that one day. They should have him go do a tour.
Yeah.
Like on a day off to see who would recognize him in the tour, or would they just think he's another guy in the tour?
And then ask him, and then write an article and ask him his honest opinion about the tours after he goes on the tour. There you go.
there you go,
You know what?
Nicole Hutchinson. We just gave you a little bit of work to do right there.
I promise you, when this is over, you can go into the judge's chamber, who's presiding over this, and he'll have a big picture of all his jurors with my boy sitting there. That's one of my most famous jurors right there. You know who it is? No, man, we don't. Who is it? Oh, it's the kicker for the
The
Cowboys,
best
the
kicker
leading
in
scorer.
the history of the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, man. All right, let's talk football.
52. It's interesting.
At 52, I just thought that was high. But y'all think it's going to be offensive? You think they're going to be able to move the ball, right?
You guys have looked at the film a little bit. I've looked at the stats. Atlanta's defense doesn't look that scary. So it's not what they've been facing.
You know, it kind of – that's why I say I got a problem. Now, this team – the Atlanta Falcons.
Mm-hmm. Get your sheets together.
That's funny.
Grady Jarrett,
Says the
number
pumpkin.
97, is supposed to be their best defensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
He's just playing. Yeah. He's nothing special. Judon is old.
Yeah.
They got him in a trade from New England, outside linebacker.
Does he still wear red sleeves?
Still wear red sleeves.
Probably looks good with that. With
It
that
does.
black uniform.
Black uniform on. It does. It does.
Where
It
he
does.
used to have great anticipation, now he's a chaser.
Yeah.
The back end, I think, is still nice. Bates and all of those guys, and they're nice. And so I even called a few people like, am I seeing this wrong? They're like, nah. You can score on this. You can score. But now I'm saying this, and I would hope – I hope this don't backfire. I'm praying this don't backfire.
Here's why I'm laughing. I feel the exact same. Like, I watched it last night. I watched it this morning, and I said to myself,
Shannon.
Self said, what up, Jess? I'm like, I'm seeing something, and I'm like, we should be able to. But then I had to come to the realization who our team is.
Right.
Like, any normal year, I'm like, oh my goodness, like, you could have really attacked this defense, like, in the run game. And I thought to myself, with our offense, I'm like, man, there's plays to be made. There's plays to be made all over the field in the
Maybe
passing
this is what
game.
they need.
And I'm like, because this is a game where you go, you know what? It's probably a game where you can probably get some running, like get your running going. Like, you know, the Cowboys are over 20 games. They've had a 100-yard rush. I'm just like, this is probably a game you can get your thing going right. Then I was like, but then what we'll do is we'll go out there and we'll throw the ball 45 times, and, you know, and give them a chance to stay in the game. But I felt and said verbatim the things that you have said and what you watch and what I watch. I started saying, like, Matthew Judon, what he used to be in New England, like, he was a fierce pass rusher in New England. He's a shell of that now. Like, he doesn't have the burst. He doesn't have the strength. He doesn't have
great anticipation.
Yeah, like he's like now he's just like he's out there. But then I fear that a guy like Matthew Judon cuts on the film and he go, I'm going against Terrence Steele this week. This might, you know, like, because guys do that. Like, you know what? This might be a week I can go get me 3.
Yeah.
I can go get me 2.5, 3.
Go get that contract money.
Go get those bonuses and those advantages. You know, that those escalators.
So you're saying the Cowboys' offensive line isn't maybe catching a break this week?
Yes, I mean
6 sacks.
Yeah,
That's
like,
all they have.
6 sacks.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So our offensive line can maybe
catch up. Yeah,
catch a
20,
break here.
25.9% quarterback pressures, and their sack rate's 2%.
Like to Nate's point, we say that.
Yes.
And I don't want it to backfire on me. Like, this is a week where we're not facing one of the league's best pass rushers, one of the league's best fronts, one of the league's best defenses. Like, we'll say that today and tomorrow and Friday. And then the way our luck runs with this team, that will come out Sunday and they'll have 7 sacks. They'll double their tax. They'll match their sack total in one football game against us, because they'll look at this offensive line and go, hey, we can, you know, if we want to pad them stats this week, fellas, we can go out there and get us a couple with this offensive line.
If that happens, Chris, can you talk to management and see if we can just change this to a lifestyle podcast instead of a Cowboys podcast if they go out and do that this week?
Yeah, we should talk video games the whole time. What do you think?
Because I may be done. Like, I may be, like, done. Like, I don't want to talk. If that happens this week, I'm throwing in the towel.
Like, really
done.
Like,
Well, you know, I was surprised looking at the stats and all that. You know, I love PFF, Pro Football Focus, and like
You do.
The top 10 defensive lines ranked by Pro Football Focus. The Cowboys have faced 6 of them.
Yeah.
And they're going to face the Eagles coming up, including the top 4. I mean, it's just kind of crazy who they've come up against so far. So,
Atlanta's
I'm
ranked
hopeful.
24th.
24th, so I'm hopeful that maybe they'll be able to figure something out this week.
What's the Cowboys ranking?
Oh, don't ask. They're below that.
No, we're asking. Go look. Go pull that
They're
up
like
on the break.
28th, I think.
By the way, before we take our first break, I forgot one of our day one.
29th.
There you go. Who's below them?
The Saints, actually. The Jets and the Panthers.
That's not good company, is it? One of our day one fellow co-workers and listeners, and I forgot about him. Chris knocked him out of his chair, and we just forgot
Douglas.
about him. Douglas! Douglas texted
Dougie
me,
Fresh.
said he's got a soft spot
Dougie
for
Fresh.
Hangin. Yeah,
Absolutely.
so
That's
Doug,
our boy, Dougie
yes,
Fresh.
thank
We
you for
appreciate you,
listening,
brother.
man. All right,
He
let's
kind
take
of
our-
has to, but okay.
Oh, my God, Chris. Chris knocked him out of the
just
chair
kidding,
again,
Doug
man.
West. I'm just kidding,
Throw him
buddy.
under the bus.
And it just stomped on him as he was getting up. Jeez. All right. Well, Doug, we're about to go on break, so if you want to walk across the hall and handle some business, Chris is in the room. We'll be right back. Second segment. We'll talk football and hang out with the boys.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle?
Visit blockchain.com/cowboys to get started.
We got big personalities. We got big hair, big belt buckles. We got fans all across this big state and enemies in every other one. We even got a big star on the 50-yard line. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks home or away, we rally together. We cry together, and we always rally cry together because, most of all, we got big love for them boys. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys. The second segment brought to you each and every day by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com. Kurt,
Yeah.
get ready for the ultimate game day experience. Thanks to 7-Eleven, you could win a VIP experience to the Cowboys versus Bengals showdown on December the 9th. Just text Cowboys VIP to 711-711 for your chance to win premium club tickets, sideline passes, travel, and more. Don't miss out. Enter now. No purchase necessary. Ends on 11/20. Must be 18 or older in the USDC. Void where prohibited. Message and data rates may apply. Visit bit.ly/go711711 for full details and non-text entry. All right, back to some football talk. Where are we at here? Atlanta, 21st in rushing yards allowed. Kurt wants to know if Dallas should actually try to force the run for once this year and not give up on the run game.
Wear them down.
Wear them down.
Even if you're getting 2 yards, bang in there and wear them down.
There you go, baby. 3 pumps, baby. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, baby.
But-
That's how you do it, baby. You wear them out. Wear them down.
But Dallas is 31st in rushing attempts per game at 21.7. Yeah. So what is your game plan going into this game?
If they saw the film that me and Jesse saw, and this team gives up 132 yards a game rushing at about 4.4 something a clip, why not? Why not give it an opportunity?
Yeah, but God.
What?
You don't want to put out bad tape this week, do you?
They only give up 215 yards.
I want to be honest.
Passing.
I want to be honest and I want to be truthful. But this team has
You're afraid they're going to let you down. Huh?
They've been so drunk this year. Because, yes, you're absolutely right.
They've been drunk?
Yeah, like just been doing wild, like, you know what I mean? Like,
just out of character.
Yeah, it's out of character. Just wild stuff that they do. Yes, you should run the football on them. But then again, who's running it? Is Rico sick? Is he back? Who's running the ball? If there's ever a time,
that's going to be so interesting.
If there's ever a time that Dalvin Cook has anything left in the tank,
this is the week.
This is the week, guys. Because you ain't going to get it next week. You ain't getting it next week. Like, this is the last
chance to get a 100-yard rusher.
I'm telling, I mean, versus a quality opponent, you'll probably get it against the Panthers, right? Like, but that don't count. You don't get it, but you're like, it's the Panthers. They're looking, they're trying to get to the end of December so fast right now in Charlotte.
I heard they already doing their draft show.
Yeah. Like, the one thing that I saw, like, watching their 4-3 defense. Excuse me, I'm sorry. A 3-4 defense. Excuse me, a 3-4 defense. Yes. Like I said, and Chris said this in our ear at the break. Grady Jarrett is in his 10th year. He's an old man, right? Like, he's hanging on. He's just trying to eat up some blocks in that middle. He's just trying, rotational guy. Matthew Judon,
same thing.
Not the guy. He's not that guy anymore. Like, if this was 3 or 4 years ago, the Matthew Judon from New England, I'd be a little bit concerned because I'm like, because it would have been, man, he facing another top 10 pass rusher, but he's not that guy anymore. They don't have linebackers that scare you. The thing that I saw that I thought was like, man, if and I don't know if there's a back that has the combination of vision and burst. Because the cutback lanes are there.
Bucky Irvin.
The kid from Seattle, Walker.
Yes.
Kenneth Walker.
Yes.
The lanes are there. But I'm watching, I'm like, ooh, okay. And I go,
who can do that?
Who can do that?
But you can't force step and get back there. It's
right, you gotta press that hole,
and then you got
to get
back. Yeah,
they're there. It's there. I'll show you guys. It's there.
Most side backs are.
But I'm like, if you gotta chop to get back there, then the cavalry comes, right? And now what was there for an advancement is no longer there.
This is a dumb question, but is Deuce your one quick cutback guy?
I'm done with the Deuce. Yes, the answer is if there was a guy who had the burst in a perfect world, right? No, don't laugh. Stop.
I'm glad you realized you were talking to your boy. This ain't your other show where you're like, I'm done with those.
No. You saw him snap out of the way. Yeah, I can't go at Kurt like that. That's my boy.
I prefixed it with a dumb question.
I'm done with that guy. But you know what?
It's not a dumb question. It's a really good question. I just can't.
Coming from a dumb human.
No, not my boy. Not my boy. It's more Jack something, not Jack Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? It's Jack something. It ain't Jack Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, stop.
Deuce is not the guy, right? But the premise of what you're saying is, yes, it's having the ability to press a hole with some juice and then be able to take that jump cut and get to the next level.
Right.
I don't know, like this would have been a perfect game for Zeke 4 years ago. This would have been one of those games where Zeke would have just went crazy. It would have been an easy $125 on like 19 carries for Zeke. But that Zeke doesn't exist anymore. And I mean, Dalvin had 6 carries the last game. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if last game was kind of a ramp up for the real game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he ramped up in practice. This was his ramp up real game, and now they're giving him a better shot this particular game, Rico doesn't have the vision. He doesn't. Like, Rico doesn't have the vision where he presses whole front side and then one jump cut back, get to the backside.
He's not a patient runner at all.
And so, like, he'll run in the back of running to his lineman, and he just won't be able to see that. Zeke doesn't have that anymore. So if there's anything left for Dalvin Cook, now would be the time.
Hunter Lipke.
Fred Warner said, he hesitated. I mean, he read the play, and he hesitated like.
He didn't hesitate, Nate. He sat down and ate a sandwich.
Like, is this?
Yeah.
What my man said? Is this what you got?
Is this what you took from this?
Boy, we got 5 backs. We have 5 possible backs. Have I got that right?
Yeah. Deuce, Hunter, Zeke, Rico, Dalvin.
Mm-hmm. And we can't even get one back. We can't even get one real back. We got 5 backs. You can't get one real back. Man. Come on, man. Come on, dog. This ain't gonna work. This is not gonna work.
Did you see that? There's a note in the Athletic today. Today is the 2-year anniversary of the last game the Cowboys have had a 100-yard rusher in a win.
Good Lord.
They've had a couple win losses. But it's been 2 years since they've had a 100-yard rusher in a win.
They wrote an article about that on the day.
And I'm going to be honest with you. This with any other group of backs, I'm telling you, like with any other group of backs, this would be the day. I'll be like, oh, that ends this weekend.
That ends.
That ends this weekend.
Do you think, either one of you guys, Kurt, you two, all 3 of you guys, there is a chance, with you saying that, there's a chance that a running back on this team breaks, let's say, 70 yards this week?
You're talking about rush altogether for 70 yards.
One back rushes for 70 yards or more this week. What's the most anybody's rushed for this
Rico,
season?
85.
You got 80?
86 against the Steelers.
Yeah, they ran 31 times or something that game.
Yeah.
So you don't think one guy can get combined? Do you think
87 that game.
They'll have 100+ yards?
This team averages 77 yards rushing a game.
Right, but you said there's opportunity this week. Do you have any faith that they can break 100 as a group rushing? Not all-purpose yards, rushing.
We're not counting. If Dak decides to run this weekend,
no, just running backs. Just the running back
We
group.
need to talk about that some point.
Yeah, let's talk about that after the break.
No.
Wow.
Because if they're going to divide this thing up, they're going to divide it. If Rico's going to get 9 and Zeke's going to get 6 and Dalvin's going to get 5 or 6, and there's not enough explosion for anyone. Like we're going into week 8. We're going into week 8, and we do not have a 15-yard run. The longest run that we have is 13 yards. Did you hear what I just said to you?
That's insane.
We're going into week 8. We do not, from a running back, we do not have a 15-yard run. We're going into we don't have one of them.
That's crazy.
The kid last week had 2 in the first 3 plays he touched the ball.
All right, I have a question for you guys on the running back situation, and I'll ask it after the break, and then we'll talk about Dak not running the ball, and Jerry said it's actually a good idea, and see y'all's opinions. So 2 things when we come back, and then we're leaving. On Hanging with the Boys. Be right back.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, Crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole, made with real Hass avocados, will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouthwatering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Hey, Cowboys fans, a 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by Jigsaw, the proud dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. All right, my question for you guys. We know what we have at running back, right? The five-headed monster that you're not really giving a lot of carries to any of those guys. Would you rather just see them give it to one guy 75% of the time and let him get in a rhythm and just live and die by that one game just to let him go, rather than in and out and not having somebody that's consistent where they can get in a rhythm? Or do you just not have the guys that, which one, chicken or the egg, right? Are they not doing good because you don't have the guys to do it, so you're having to swap them out? Or would you rather just see them give it to a guy the whole game and then have a little bit of relief? What are your thoughts?
I've been saying this since the whole – it goes back to the famous saying about quarterbacks, right? If you got 2 quarterbacks, you don't got none. If you got 5 running backs, you don't got none.
Yeah.
The best running performance that the Cowboys have had this year is when Michael from Pittsburgh was in Pittsburgh and decided, I'm going to give it to one back the entire night.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that did not even result in a 100-yard game, but it was your best running back performance of the year.
He had 20 of the 29 carries.
And
30.
I've said this over and over and over and over. Running back is a rhythm position. It's a rhythm position. Guys want to be able to get in there. You know, it's like a boxing match. All right, let me jab, jab, jab. Let me see what the defense is giving me, right? Let me see what the cutback lanes look like. Let me tenderize, the guys up front a little bit. Let me see what that second level looks like. Let my offensive linemen, am I correct, get into a rhythm of how we have to block for this back. Because every time you keep putting a new back there, how we block, yes, we want to keep the same trajectory, but they don't run the same. One guy is a little bit quicker. One guy is likes more of the A-gap runs. One guy, he may want to cut back too much. So now I'm having to always think, who's back there again? Oh, okay. What is this guy? Okay, yeah, he's probably gonna cut the ball back. So let me hold this block a little bit longer before I cut through and get to the second level, because you throw the rhythm of what you want to do offensively is done. But once you get a chance to have a back in there, now the offensive linemen pick up the rhythm, the running back picks up the rhythm, you get a rhythm in the play calling because you're seeing what works. But every time you put a new back in there, Zeke's types of runs are different than Rico types of runs. And now you add Dalvin to the mix, you're trying to figure out what his good runs are. So every time you get to the play call sheet, you looking in there to see we had 21 personnel. What's the back? Okay, Zeke's the back.
By the way, that play call sheet, did it look huge, or has it always been that big?
Mike McCarthy's always had that Cheesecake Factory menu.
That's a good analogy.
And can't call a god darn thing off.
Woo! You almost got me.
Can't call a god darn thing off the cheesecake. But this is the, and you wonder why there's no rhythm.
Yeah. Nate, you agree with that?
With what? Cheesecake Factory.
No, about the running back.
I love the Cheesecake Factory. I know what I want off my meatloaf.
About the running back.
I eat that meatloaf every time.
The running back in the rhythm. And would you like to see just one guy get fed the whole game?
Because even though we don't change up front, that cutback back will hurt you. Because we done been rolling with Zeke going his front side, and he been, setting his linebacker up. And then all of a sudden, this down lineman up, all of a sudden he just jerked back. And you got a handful of jersey. Because this guy just done jerked back, And so some guys are better suited for the offensive line and some guys are not. And, when we got them quick cutback guys, we'd rather run a draw. That means let them come to us and then we'll react from what they see.
But would you personally like to see one guy get the ball more? In
this case, you have to.
Yeah.
And I'm with Jesse 100%. And I was a proponent. Oh, Mike's been there. Remember? Hey, he's been there.
Yeah.
In Green Bay, he never had that. Yeah. Oh, he's been there. I'm beginning to wonder. I mean, is our offensive line that bad? Or our running backs? Or is it both?
Both.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just sitting here wondering how I'm going to get these 24 carries because I see what I see against Atlanta, and I want to say what Jesse said, I'm going to start believing my eyes. I don't care. I'm going to start. But, our eyes have played tricks on us, man, when it comes to the Cowboys.
No, our eyes haven't played tricks on us. We see what we see.
Right.
They have played tricks on us.
And that's what I'm saying. That's like, remember you say, Devin looked good in practice against them.
Against this defense. Yeah.
Right. So I just couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, they must get. So I'm looking at Atlanta's offense. Their offense must be nice.
Offense are really good.
Yeah.
I could sneak peek some of their offense and stuff. And, Donovan Wilson, you're going to have your hands full again this week.
Mm.
Yeah, you got to deal with Kyle Pitts.
Oh my God, yes.
Got to deal with Kyle Pitts, and he's coming on. He's taller, more athletic, faster.
And the quarterback love him.
Yeah,
he started a little slow, but last few weeks
he's picking up pace.
Yeah,
you got to deal. Bijan Robinson, got to deal with Bijan.
You know what?
Let's talk about that tomorrow.
Now I got to say this.
Say it.
Now will you wait till this kid is on the way to Baylor's burn unit before you take him out? Or will you have it from the start?
Well, I mean, it might get. I guess I could say it's already out. But talking about secondary help, Trayvon Diggs won't practice today. Reports say that he has an undisclosed injury. So I guess Trayvon finally was like, is that what you took from this? See what happened when I go out there and I actually get involved in the football game and I actually want to get a little physical? I'm on injury. Now I can't practice. Is that what you took from this? These nuts thing got hurt messing around with y'all out here in this football field.
Rolled one.
Yeah.
So we've all talked. We've said it year after year. This offense is better when Dak moves, Dak runs. You don't want him running a lot, but gets out of the pocket, runs 3 to 5, 6 times a game, keeps the defense honest. And he hasn't really run much at all this year, right?
He has fewer rushing yards than Aaron Rodgers.
The 50-year-old man with the
let
Achilles.
that sink in.
Yeah. Wow. So Jerry was on The Fan. Was it yesterday, Kurt?
Yes.
Yeah. He said they don't really want Dak to run. So is that just another problem with the offense? Because we've talked about it, ever since Dak's been here, how much better the offense is when he gets out of the pocket and he does run a few times a game. Is that just another compounding problem with this offense that they don't want him running?
It's an element that's missing. I mean, they've had, according to Pro Football Reference, they've had 21 RPOs this year, and he's ran the ball once for 0 yards. I mean, defenses don't have to worry about him at all. And I don't know if it's, I mean, he looks slower. Maybe it's age. Maybe it's from the injury a few years ago. But, man, he just doesn't want to tuck it and run. And it's, to me, it's a factor that's, again, it takes out one more element of what you can throw at the defenses.
If Dak isn't going to, if he isn't going to insert himself into this game as a runner, he's doing himself, he's doing this team a disservice. And I'm not looking for him to be Lamar Jackson. I'm not looking for him to be Jalen Hurts. I'm not looking for him to be Josh Allen. I'm not looking for him to be Patrick Mahomes. I'm not looking for him to be Justin Fields or any of that. But Dak, you save yourself a turnover on that throw where you try to force the ball into TD Lamb on the sideline. Yeah. Tuck it and run. Go get 6 yards. Go get 6 yards. And I get what Jerry is saying. He's all about protecting investment, right? Last thing he wants to do is to have Dak go out with a season-ending injury and, the $60 million dude. But that could happen in the pocket. Like you can't. The old saying is, "Scared money don't make money." Jerry understands that. He took a gamble on his team a long time ago. It's bleeding money, but it's paid off. And for this offense, when everything is such a strain, when everything is such a force, the tight window throws, and you can't run the football, when you have an opportunity as a quarterback to go and get 5 yards, 6 yards, and now it's 3rd and 2, opposed to it being 3rd and 7, or it went from 3rd and 3 or 4, and you having to punt the ball to you now extending the drive and having more opportunities to go out there and make plays. That's what that does for you. It doesn't have to be you carrying the ball for 15 times.
Just has to be that hint of a threat.
But it has to be a threat. It has to be when this pocket breaks down, go. They don't even worry about you now. No one worries about you taking off running the football.
I tell you like this here, man. If you don't want to do it for the team, do it for yourself, bro. You getting beat up. You getting beat up. And when the more a quarterback get beat up, I don't care how great you are, the more you get beat up, mentally it's gonna get on you. And now you're gonna start taking them old unseen sacks where you think somebody finna hit you and you just drop down. I'm with Jess, man. Just 3 or 4 times. Pick you 3 or 4 times in that game, man. You ain't got to always take that beating. I mean, from week 1, he's been taking all of these hits, and this ain't gonna stop. This is not gonna stop. So if you do it for your own preservation, is that the proper word? Do it for you because preserving your body, man. Taking extra hits. That ain't nice. Not in this game of grown men. That is not nice. So protect yourself, man. Don't just sit there and take all those hits unnecessarily.
In the our last point of the day, in the last 2 games, thanks for this stat, Kurt. Last 2 games, Dak has targeted Ferguson 12 times, Turpin 11, and Tolbert 8.
The first one I'm good with, or the second one I don't care nothing about, and the third one we got to bring him along. Yeah, I mean.
That surprised me, though, that Tolbert is, maybe it's just the circumstances of those games, but he's supposed to be our number 2 now,
Well, run correct routes. Run it right and run it hard. Turpin is a guy that I thought we would have certain plays that we would have for him. I mean, we was talking about the gadget guy a year ago. I thought we would have certain plays, whether it was streaking down the field like they did when we shouldn't have threw that one down the sideline. We should have tried to get the first down and not the touchdown. But anyway, do what you want, Dak. But this Tolbert kid has to develop. So sometimes you have to force some things to him, but he has to be in tune with you. Jesse.
No, that's you. You hit it right there.
And for you not to be throwing to Jake, I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear it. Everybody else letting their tight end save them, and we letting our tight end just wander out there as an extra blocker for some tackles. Come on, man.
does seem like he's just not as involved in the offense. I don't think it's his fault. I mean, he just
no, it's not. He's doing his job. Like Jess said, a lot of times, like this team here was glad to give it to him. Hey, there's your tight end. Hey, have at it, and they threw it to him. But these other games where he could have been really effective and helped Dak, he forcing the ball down the field somewhere. Come on, man.
All right, fellas. That's it. Jesse, we get to talk about the offense tomorrow. Get to talk
now you make it a different story from Jesse.
Yeah, from the peeking I've done.
Do you like that? Yeah, remember that guy? Do you like that?
Yeah. And that guy depends on what guy you get on Sunday, right?
Right.
He could be
you like that?
One of the best or one of the worst, huh?
We got the white Kirk Cousins and we got the black Kirk Cousins and a white Dak Prescott. There you go. Going head to head.
Head to head, man.
There you go. All right, fellas. Halloween tomorrow.
And so what type of skin they call that, Jess?
Tight skin. Not foreskin, tight skin. All right, Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. Jazz, Josh, thanks for keeping him company. Wear your crazy shoes tomorrow.
Wear crazy shoes tomorrow, Jess.
What do you mean by crazy?
Just different colors,
like
whatever.
Bright?
Just,
I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
Please text. All right, little guy, close his eyes.
We will be back tomorrow, big guy, on Hanging with the Boys.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!